What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for playpicks.com and thelines.com. I'm going to talk to you about this Seattle Seahawks Green Bay Packers divisional round game here, guys. As always, everything we do at PlayPicks and at the Lines is completely free, so please hit that subscribe button on this channel. Please hit the thumbs up on the video, and also let us know in the comments how you go about playing this game today. Now, listen, this video is going to be different than the others. I'm actually going to go really short in this one. So people were asking me to maybe not go through all the stats and stuff and just kind of get to more of the analysis. And so I'll give it a whirl on this one and we'll see what goes on from here. I think that it is a benefit to some people to run through all the stats because they don't have time to compile all that stuff on their own. But listen, I'm always willing to listen to suggestions here. So we'll just kind of get right into it here. From an injury perspective, really the stuff we're looking at, Dwayne Brown's a game time decision. So is George Fant. Both of those are starting tackles for this Seattle Seahawks team. Ziggy Ansah, game time decision. Jerron Brown, Malik Turner are both going to be back for these guys. And on the Packers side, Kenny Clark, defensive lineman, is questionable. Brian Bulaga did clear concussion protocol, so he is going to be good to go here. Seahawks 12-5 overall after the win last week at Philly, 8-1 against the spread. Packers 13-3 overall, 10-6 against the spread. Of course, they are coming off of a bye here. So let's go ahead and get into looking at the lines over here. We have the Packers sitting at 45.5 over here at DraftKings. At FanDuel, we are looking at 4.5, 45.5, and then at PointsBet, 45.5. You can see this thing on the move already as we're just filming this. Money line odds are changing. So let's go ahead and get into what we're looking at here. I'll start with the player props, and one of the things that I'm definitely starting to take a look at as far as player props go, and I'm starting to look a little bit more at possibly getting involved with some of these receiving overs, specifically whenever you get down here to kind of receptions for some of these guys. Well, the only problem is since I was researching this last night, this thing has been popped a ton, it seems, because this thing is heavily juiced now. But I was going over on Tyler Lockett. I mean, hey, look, I still like to bet. It just depends on where your bankroll is. And if you want to lay this type of juice, this was not near this bad last night. But yeah, we're looking at over 4.5 catches. I think Lockett becomes a big part of this game. Maybe extra attention placed on DK Metcalf after he's had a few big games for this team. And again, Tyler Lockett being working out of the slot there certainly should find some opportunities. And looks like this has been hammered pretty good in this one already so far. Really also liked the over on Lazard, but this one now has gotten out of control here at 182. Maybe we can find over here on maybe on FanDuel, you can find some more odds that are a little bit better for you whenever it comes to some of these guys. Here's Lockett, 4.5. It's 152 over here. So everybody pounding Lockett on the over receptions. And then Lazard, yep, he's getting hammered as well. So the two plays that I liked and already have in the account are two plays that are already getting bet pretty heavily here. Again, depending on where your bank account, your bankroll is for this, maybe you want to get involved as well. But unfortunate that we are seeing kind of these props getting hammered over and over and over again here. We can look over here at PointsBet and see what they have going on and see if there's anything, maybe that we want to get involved with here. I mean, Devontae Adams get 75 plus receiving yards is at minus 145. To get 100 is you're actually getting plus money over here at PointsBet. Of course, we know Devontae Adams is the definite, no doubt, number one receiver there for Aaron Rodgers. And you look at the secondary for the Seahawks team, and yeah, Quandre Diggs being back is certainly a big, big help for this team. But Devontae Adams has just been able to find a way to get it done all season long whenever he's been healthy and in the lineup with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is basically the only receiver Aaron Rodgers trusts, continues to go after him time after time after time. Whenever you take a look at his target share, the guy is absurd as to the balls that are heading in his direction. So certainly enjoy any of these Devontae Adams over props that I'm going to be looking at here. If we're talking about the game itself, so let's get going. If we're going to talk about a side here, guys, I'm waiting to play the side in game. I'm going to look to get on the Seahawks team in game because I think I'm going to be able to get a more favorable number. The Seahawks team is notorious for starting slow, and Pete Carroll also is notorious for being stubborn, and he is going to run the ball early in this game, come hell or high water, even though Travis Homer, Marshawn Lynch had absolutely no success at all last week. And I'm talking no success at all last week. Only did they get things going when they decided, okay, we're going to let this game be on Russell Wilson's shoulder here. And that's whenever they were able to go ahead and move the ball. Now, is the Packers run defense as good as the Eagles? It is not, but still, it was, with all of the injuries that they have there, having to go sign Marshawn Lynch off the street, Travis Homer being a rookie that they never expected to play anyway this year. The guy's got 114 total rushing yards in his entire career. I think that, I don't think they're going to find a ton of success there. And then they finally allow Russell Wilson to just do his thing with Lockett and Metcalf and Hollister and the like there, getting a couple of his ancillary receivers back as well in John Brown and Malik Turner certainly does not hurt. So what I'm looking here, the Packers actually start really fast historically. Really good kind of first 15 plays type team. Certainly a team that goes down the field and can score here. So what I'm going to look for is for the Packers to get score up in this game and then go ahead and hit Seahawks in game. Maybe even hit them again should the Packers maybe kick, a couple of field goals or even a touchdown and a field goal. If I can get the Seahawks closer to 6, that's kind of what I'm looking for here, maybe even over 6. So I'm going to be on the side in game here. What I am going to be playing is the total. I think this total has now fallen a little bit too far. One of the things we can do at DraftKings is come over here. We can take a look and they'll kind of show you where things kind of start out. And you can see, immediately this thing got bet up to 47.5. People are like, oh, okay, this is where then the narrative of, this is going to be such bad weather, and you can see just fall all the way down to where it is right now. And for me, guys, listen, this is being completely overblown. It is going to be bitterly cold in Green Bay. There's no doubt about that. There's nothing that I'm trying to say that that's not a case. However, cold, unless it is literally like 0 degrees temperatures, which is not going to be, it's going to be in the 20s, doesn't really affect scoring. It's wind. Sometimes whenever you mix super bitterly cold and snow or precipitation or whatever it might be or something like that, that can have an effect on scoring as well. But, that's not going to be the case here. It's just going to be cold. It's going to suck. I mean, no one wants to play in bitter cold, but it is, it's not a scenario where it's going to be this gigantic thing that keeps this game suppressed. And I understand all the games have gone under. Yeah, I get it. But I think this total has not fallen. One, I think it opened a little bit too short. And then now that people continue to make it fall, I'm going to go ahead and take the over here. We're under the key number of 47 and we look at 2 good offenses with 2 good quarterbacks, and you kind of take all of that in to consideration here. I mean, whenever you look at these 2 offenses here, Seattle averaged 24.8 points per game and the Packers averaged 23.5 points per game. And both of these secondaries, certainly the Packers secondary got much, much worse over the second half of the season. The Seattle secondary, actually the Seattle team just in general, was never playing good defense all season long. And Aaron Rodgers, limited weapons, but he's going to be able to score some points here at home as well. So I'm going to take the over pregame here. And like I said, look to get involved in game on the Seahawks after the Packers put up a few points on the board here. Give me plus 6.5 or better, and you're going to see me on the Seahawks then. At that point, and hell, if we can get a full touchdown, more power to us. Guys, as always, again, different format for the video here. Didn't read off all the stats, didn't do any of the things like that. So let me know in the comments if you'd rather me kind of go back to the old style, or if you like just kind of getting to the point here and not worrying about all of the stuff. But I do like people to be able to ingest all that information and be able to make a decision for themselves as to how they think that these games are going to play out and how those things are going to bear into their decision. So again, everything's free over at PlayPicks. You can read the right up here from Nate if you want to, and see what he thinks about the game. And of course, over here on the lines as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments how you're playing the game. Good luck today, fellas.